What do your tattoos mean? What are the meanings behind your tattoos? What does this tattoo mean? Did it hurt? What was the most painful tattoo you have? What tattoo do you love the most? What tattoo do you hate the most? Goes on and 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 on. So I'm here to answer some of these questions as well as give you a tattoo tour. So let's go. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do a tattoo tour video. Finally. I also have my hair back because when I have my hair down, I feel like it covers a lot of my tattoos. And when I pull my hair back, you get kind of a better idea on how tattooed I am. I have been asked about my tattoos for years. Look at me. I have tattoos on my face. I have tattoos on my throat, on my neck, on my hands, on my fingers, on my back, on my toes even. Hopefully this video answers all of the questions or most of the questions that I'm asked about my tattoos. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. It's unbelievable how many questions I get asked about my tattoos. Sometimes I think people believe that I'm unapproachable because of how I look or because of how many tattoos I have. But I'm telling you right now, I am still the same crazy, loud, very nice Heidi that I've always been. My tattoos don't make me any different from the next person. It's all about your personality, what kind of personality you have. The biggest question that any heavily tattooed person gets asked is, what do your tattoos mean? What are the meanings behind your tattoos? What does this tattoo mean? Did it hurt? What was the most painful tattoo you have? What tattoo do you love the most? What tattoo do you hate the most? Goes on and 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 on. So I'm here to answer some of these questions as well as give you a tattoo tour. So let's go. I think I'm gonna start with the most obvious of tattoos, the very first tattoos that people usually see when they meet me, and that's my face. As I go through these tattoos, some of these tattoos have a little bit more of a backstory than the other ones do. So I'm going to make this as efficient as possible. So the first one I'm going to talk about is my over the right eye tattoo. I'll just give you guys a little close up. Good thing I have some awesome lashes on today. People ask me why I got my face tattooed, and I don't know, like I say, why not? Like, I'm a bold person, so why not make a bold statement? The tattoo above my right eye says faith, and that means a few different things to me, I feel like. First of all, I did grow up as a Christian. I am still a Christian, and I have faith above my eye because I have faith. I have faith for my beliefs. I have faith for the God I believe in, and I have faith in myself. The next tattoo I have are my eyebrows, actually. I did have them microbladed. If you have no idea what that means, basically it means that my eyebrows are semi-permanently tattooed on. I wanted my eyebrows to look as natural as possible. I wanted them to look like natural hairs, so that's actually how my eyebrows are tattooed. I also made a YouTube video about getting my eyebrows microbladed as well, so you can find that under my videos. The next tattoo I'm going to talk about is this. It's big, and it goes all the way up to my chin. It actually sits up on my jawline. When I was getting my throat tattooed, my artist actually basically was using my jawline as a backboard to tattoo up against. I guess it just made it easier for him. I will say that my throat tattoo hurt worse than the sides of my neck. Now, normally I hate getting tattooed. I know, surprised, right? But I hate getting tattooed. However, I will rarely say this, but when I was getting the sides of my neck tattooed, it actually made me kind of sleepy. I don't know what that means. Maybe like my adrenaline was going, maybe my body was releasing endorphins. I have no idea. But I will say that the center of my throat hurt so bad. Actually, I remember asking my artist, can we be done? Does it look good? How much percentage of it is done? Like, can we just be done? And he was like, 20 more minutes, 20 more minutes, 20 more minutes and I was just dying. So yeah, hated it. I just want to say this, not every tattoo has to have a meaning. It doesn't have to have some sort of crazy background story of any kind. If you love tacos, get a taco tattooed. I am so surprised I don't have a taco tattooed yet, but I'm sure I will get one. The original design for my throat was actually going to be one of those old school, I think, wicker lamps, but we went with an hourglass instead, and I'm totally happy with it. It fit really great, and it looks nice. I'm not mad about it. I had known for a long time that I wanted to get my whole throat tattooed, especially my center, because on the center of my throat there was a scar that I really wanted to cover up, and it was a scar that reminded me of my past life, and it reminded me of part of my life that I'm not so proud of, but it's made me who I am today. So as strong as it made me today, it's something that I did not want to continually look at. So I'm gonna make a different YouTube video about that. Moving on. This side of my throat right here was the first one that was done, and I love it. The reason why it's so different from the rest of my throat and neck pieces was because it was the first, and so I wasn't really sure how intense I wanted it to look, so I went with something a little more softer. So it's actually bloodlined, which means there's no lining. It's just all, it's all basically like shaded. Everyone who's tattooed and who is heavily tattooed knows that the more tattoos you get, the easier it is to get tattooed. So I quickly got over that, which led me to this other part of my throat, which is this. And you know, the thing is too, if you don't like a tattoo, you can always get it removed. This is 2019, people. Anything is possible these days. A huge factor behind a lot of my tattoos are actually my childhood. I had a really great childhood. I was super rebellious, but nonetheless, I had a great family. I had a fun childhood, and I wanted to remind myself of that childhood. So I also have a huge love for movies. So a lot of my tattoos that I have are actually based on childhood movies that I grew up with that I still love today. Right below my throat and neck tattoos, I have a script that says "Blessing in Disguise." What this means to me is, regardless of whatever you look like, you are a blessing to somebody. My very first tattoo that I got was this one right here. And it is a frozen heart in icicles and flames, and that was actually based off an album cover from a 3-6 Crazy Fist CD. Now, if you are from Alaska or if you love metal music, you would probably know who 3-6 Crazy Fists are. They are a metal band out of Alaska, and I listened to a shit ton of metal growing up, and I was heavily influenced by metal, and I love their music. I still love their music, and I got their album cover tattooed on me. It was the very first tattoo that I had gotten, and it was on my 18th birthday. This particular tattoo that I got on my 18th birthday has a funny little story to it. As cool as my parents were and are, I told them that I wanted to get a tattoo for my 18th birthday. My mom said, as long as you pay for it on your own, then I guess you can. She wasn't very jazzed about it. So I got it done by Christian Lies at formerly Good Karma in Fairbanks, Alaska. And I don't believe the shop is there anymore. But I woke up on my 18th birthday. I had worked so hard for the money on my own. I actually worked at the car wash. No joke. I went down there with my best friend. I had actually smoked a joint beforehand, which I would not suggest nowadays because I feel like getting stoned before getting a tattoo makes you feel the pain that much more. I later realized that. But anyways, I had smoked a joint, I went inside, I had my money, I started to get tattooed, got the tattoo over with, and then I couldn't find my wallet. Apparently I had lost my wallet. I don't know what happened to it. So I had to call my mom, and my mom had to come down and pay for the tattoo that she wasn't really jazzed about in the very first place. And her and I still laugh about it till this day. Later, I got my whole entire chest done by Bob Jones, And some people know what it is and some people don't. A lot of people ask me, wow, is that a dog? Is that a wolf? Is that, blah, blah, blah. And it's actually Falcor from the Neverending Story. The next tattoos that I got actually to connect my throat into my whole chest are my traps. And as you can see, they are very cloudy. An interesting story about that is that my skin is very sensitive. I have eczema and other various sensitivities to my skin. That will be a different video, of course. At the time, I didn't realize that I had a sensitivity to Sharpie. After it happened, I later talked to other people and read things online, and there happened to be other people that actually had the same sensitivity as I did. So basically, I was used to having stencils put on me, and then, you know, you remove the stencil and then you're tattooed. But these were free-handed on with Sharpie. So the artist Sharpied me, free-handed it on, like no big deal. There are a ton of tattoo artists that are known for their freehand abilities, and I applaud them, and I wish I could have that, but I just can't. And I'm glad that I went through it so that I don't have to go through it again, because it's excruciating pain. If you have that same sensitivity, drop a comment below and let me know about your experience, because it was horrifying for me. And it didn't stop there either. It happened again to me. At first, I didn't really realize that I had a sensitivity to Sharpie, so that's why it happened again. And what it did was basically confirm that I was allergic to it.